able to speak English is actually coming from talent, or do you think that everybody is actually being able to speak English if they can practice in the right way? And now in this video, I'm going to show you how I could go from a place of not being able to speak English when I was in college to a point where I can express how I feel in English at any given moment of the day. And I'm wondering if that transition could happen to me, would that transition be able to happen to you and help you improve your overall fluency in English? So first of all, I'm going to show you my real English level when I was in college. Let's all check it out.
And the second thing I'll share is it was in my high school. We're in Chinese class, and our Chinese teacher told me I haven't seen my homework. Actually, I do, but I told her a lie.
After watching this clip, I know exactly what you guys are gonna say. I feel the same way as what you did in the video. I cannot find the right word to express how I feel. I often feel stuck in speaking English, and I think I would never ever be able to speak English no matter how hard I tried, right? But back then in 2019, right before the pandemic began, which was quite a long time ago, I didn't think so much about this. All I wanted to do was to try to practice as much as I can, right? And I cannot expect one day, just like today, I could express how I feel freely. So I just want you guys to know it's not because of talent, but because of hard working. I believe there's so many Chinese who have never had the opportunity to study abroad or to live in the English-speaking countries for a while. And a lot of people, because they cannot speak English, and they often think the reason they cannot speak English is that they are not able to live in a foreign country. So that's why for their whole life, they'll never ever be able to speak English, just simply because they don't have the English-speaking environment, which is completely not correct. Because most people actually have a delusion that they're able to speak English if they can live in English-speaking countries. Their theory would be like, look at how we acquire Chinese. We did not practice our Chinese speaking skills. We did not learn Chinese grammar rules, but we end up being able to speak Chinese fluently, speak the way that everybody can understand, right? So if we were able to study in English-speaking countries, we would definitely speak English a lot fluent than now, which is partially right. But I think one of the common mistakes these people make is that they often think that learning English is quite easy. They think that it's like we can install a chip in our brain and automatically we can understand everything in English without having to learn grammar, vocabulary, and sentence structure. But actually, as a matter of fact, learning English is a process of continuous learning. We cannot just expect to learn English or reach a really high level just in seconds. It's not even realistic and possible. For me personally, I have never been to any English-speaking countries before, but I'm glad that I have so many conversations with people who have been to different countries, and I can learn something from these people. But they often tell me that don't expect that you can improve your English ability just simply because you live in an English-speaking country. If you want to improve, you still have to practice your English. And being able to study abroad or living in an English-speaking country for a while just serve as a catalyst for you to accelerate the whole process. I truly believe that if you are able to study abroad, it just gives you so many different opportunities to interact with people who can speak English. So you are immersing yourself in the English-speaking environment where you're able to speak English 24/7. So that's why you can make progress a lot faster than people who have never been to English-speaking countries before. So no matter where you live, you still need to start to speak. You still need to practice your spoken English, and you cannot just, expect that you can improve your spoken English without doing anything. I guess now so many of you guys are curious about my personal experience. I think there are two main concepts or two main things that help me so much when it comes to improving my overall English ability. And the first thing is deliberate practice. I've been emphasizing this concept in my channel over and over again because I just want you guys to know how important it is to improve your skill. Because the spoken English is a skill that can be improved through deliberate practice. And if you want to improve any skill, there are three main concepts we need to be aware of in the first place. First of all is your end goal. What kind of goal do you want to achieve after you commit yourself in probably 2 months or 3 months, right? First of all, it's end goal. Secondly, it's commitment. Because no matter what you want to do, you can expect you can do something well in just one day. You can expect you can reap the benefits in a quite short period of time. You still need to commit yourself to what you want to do for quite a long time. And after that, you will see the real progress along the journey. So if you can insist on doing something for 3 months or even half a year, 1 year, you can gradually see how much you can grow along the journey. And the last one is feedback. Because no matter what you do, no matter what kind of skill that you want to learn, you have to make sure that every step you make is correct, right? So now you need to have a tutor or a teacher who could guide you in the right way. And after the tutor or the teacher could help you lay the great foundation to a point where you actually have the ability to check whether or not I'm doing the right thing. Now you can self-study everything you want and to dig deep in this skill. So at the very first beginning of learning any skill, you still need to have someone who could guide you, who could tell you some advice on how to do this well. Deliberate practice helps me so much when it comes to improving my skills. But as a matter of fact, it's not a method that we can all apply to our real life. And for me, if I want to improve my spoken English, I just pay close attention to sentence structures. And sometimes I will read some books, I'll learn some sentence structures from that book, or I'll watch some YouTube videos, then I will learn some sentence structure from that video, and then I'll put them all into my personal English corpus, which is a place where I keep every sentence structure or expressions that I find pretty helpful for me to improve my spoken English. And then all I need to do is to reread this book or re-watch this video and try my best to retell the story on my own words. And if I feel stuck, I just go back to that book or to that video, trying to use the exact same expression as the author used in his video or his book. And then gradually, in that way, I can build up my fluency through repetition. Retelling the story is hard. It's frustrating, especially sometimes I still feel stuck in expressing the idea using my own words. But I think for me, it's actually a good thing because this level of discomfort is actually a sign that I'm stretching my abilities and moving forward, right? I can definitely learn some expressions from the book or from the videos, and then I try to practice all these sentence structures. And the next time when I try to express the same idea, I just feel a lot easier because I have practiced this kind of thing over and over again. And I do not feel struggled anymore because that's how I make progress. So basically, when you try to step outside of your comfort zone, you feel frustrated, you have no idea what you should do. This frustration is actually a sign that you're improving yourself. So just keep doing it and things will become easier gradually. Hey guys, the reason why I make this video is not that I want to brag or flex about how much progress I have made along the journey. It's that I want to tell you guys I can make this transition, and I've never been to any English-speaking countries before. So probably just stop finding any excuses and start to work on your own from today. And if you can follow the right approach, if you can stay consistent, stay committed, if you can find a person who can give you some feedback, gradually you'll be able to speak English fluently. And if you can record your voice from today on, and after 3 months or after half a year, and if you can make comparisons, you'll find yourself being able to speak English a lot fluent. And that's why it works. Stop thinking so much, just start to take actions. And I sincerely hope all of you guys can be able to speak English on your own. Love you, see you. I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. Peace.